South Africa recently introduced something called the two-pot system, which will change the retirement laws quite significantly. I gave myself a chance to wrap my head around it, but I think I'm finally ready to give you guys an educational video which will tell you what this means and what your options are and what you should consider before dipping into your savings. I also have a Zulu version of this video, so if you would prefer to hear this in isiZulu or you'd like to send it to your parents or family members, please do check that out and make sure you share it to them so that they understand the implications of dipping into their retirement savings or not. In this video, I will be covering 1, what our current retirement system is, 2, what is the two-pot system, 3, why was it introduced, 4, how much money can you get, 5, I'll go through some worked examples just so that you are able to see. And then 6, things to consider before requesting a withdrawal. I do have the timestamps in my description box. However, I would recommend that you watch this video in its entirety so that you understand completely. And before I forget, please remember that none of these videos constitute financial advice. My name is Nokuhle and I'm a chartered accountant. I make educational videos on personal finance, careers, and how to adult. And what I usually say is I plant the idea, it's up to you to water it. All right, let's get into the video. What currently happens? So under the current law that existed before the 1st of September 2024, employees will save towards their pension. This could be through a retirement fund, a provident fund, preservation fund, the works. And basically what this means is every time you get your salary, there is a portion that is saved for future you. The reason for this is that once you turn 65 and can no longer make an income, this money that you've been saving throughout your years will sustain you. Basically, you'll have an income when you're older and no longer working. Okay. Under the current law, you will get 1/3 of your total balance when you retire as a lump sum. Basically, it'll be cash sent directly into your bank account. That's for you to spend. And then the 2/3 that remains will be paid out to you in smaller portions called annuities. Okay. This will become your salary as a retired person. This does not change. Even in the new system, you will continue to get the 1/3 and the 2/3. Cool. The only difference is that under the current law, when you resign from your job, so if you change employers, maybe you're working at company A and now you're moving to company B, company A's pension provider will give you this money to take across so that you can reinvest it at company B. However, what we've seen is that when people do get this money, they do not reinvest it at company B. Instead, they will renovate their houses, buy new cars, pay off school fees, the works. And that's where the government spotted that there's a problem. People are now no longer taking across their balance, meaning by the time they reach 65, they are not ready to retire because they have accessed these funds and they've used them. So each time they start a new job, they are essentially starting from scratch, which means that people are retiring poorer. Cool. What is the two-pot system? The two-pot system is a new retirement bill that was signed into law by President Cyril Ramaphosa and will take effect from 1 September 2024. The reason it is called a two-pot system is because any of your retirement contributions from the 1st of September 2024 will now be split into two. There will be a savings pot and a retirement pot. The savings pot will get 1/3 of your premium, whereas the retirement pot will get 2/3. For example, if you contribute 1,500 to your pension, 500 Rand of that will go to your savings pot and 1,000 Rand will go to your retirement pot. The retirement pot cannot be accessed at all. So whether you change jobs, you can still never access that until you are 65 or if you immigrate and cease to be a tax resident for over 3 years. The savings pot, on the other hand, you are able to access. And to boost your savings pot, they've also decided to give you 10% of your balance as at the 1st of September 2024. However, this is limited to 30,000. So no one will have more than 30,000 sitting in their savings pot at the beginning. But don't worry, I will show you an example later. Who qualifies to withdraw from the two-pot system? So people who qualify to make requests to withdraw from their savings pot are people who actually contribute to pension. So this could be a pension fund, provident fund, retirement annuity, or a preservation fund. So if you do not contribute to any of these and your salary basically comes to you in its entirety minus the tax, then you do not have this option because you have not saved money to begin with. Note, if you have a provident fund and you were over 55 years of age On the 1st of March 2021, you have an option to choose whether you want to continue with the old system or move on to the two-pot system. However, everyone else will be moved to the two-pot system automatically. Why was the two-pot system introduced? There are two main reasons. The first reason is to help you in an emergency by giving you access to some of the money you've saved towards pension without having to resign. And the second one is to ensure greater levels of preservation, meaning people are unable to access their money until retirement. The reason the government did this is because they do understand that South Africans are having a tough time keeping up with the economy. So to prevent people from getting lots of debt or resorting to unethical ways to make money, they've decided to give you access to a portion of your retirement savings should you need them in an emergency. The other reason is because they are trying to make sure that by the time you retire, you have a retirement pot that has not been touched or used just because you were changing jobs, meaning that by the time you retire, you will be richer, which means you'll have less burden on government and its grants. How much money can you get? So everyone is limited to one withdrawal per tax year. And remember, tax year runs from the 1st of March until the 28th of Feb in the following year. From this withdrawal, the minimum is 2,000 Rand, therefore you cannot request less than that. However, please remember that whatever you request will be taxed at your gross marginal rate, meaning this is at the rate that you earn your salary at. However, should your withdrawal push you into the next tax bracket, basically your withdrawal makes it seem like you earn a lot more than you do, you will be taxed at a higher rate. So please make sure you understand these calculations before requesting. Also remember that for every withdrawal, there are certain transaction fees that will come off, and that also if you do owe SARS any tax amounts for any of the other year of assessments, they will first deduct this money before paying you out your withdrawal. So if you haven't filed your taxes or you owe SARS some money, remember they'll first pay themselves before they pay you. Let's have a look at some worked examples. Alright, cool. Let's get into the first example. Zamani, who's 28. His general details are his pension balance on 1 September 2024 is 57,600. His monthly pension contribution is 900 Rand, and his employer matches this and pays a 900 Rand as well every month. His salary before tax every single month is 12,000 Rand, which makes his annual salary 144,000 per year. Cool. Remember, savings pot will get a 10% boost as at the balance on 1 September 2024, but this is limited to 30,000. So Zamani's savings pot when this whole two-pot system begins will be 5,760. And the remainder of the accumulated funds will form part of the vested pot, and the vested pot will continue to be taxed as per usual, so it will not be impacted by this two-pot system. Cool, then we continue with Zamani. So opening balance 1 September of his savings pot, so the money that he can access is 5,760. And let's say Zamani decides he wants to withdraw 5,000 Rand, okay? Which means he'll be left with 760 at the end of this. Cool, so he'll request his withdrawal of 5,000 Rand. They'll remove tax at his gross marginal rate, so the tax will be 1,036 Rand. So then the total before any transaction fees that he will get is 3,963 Rand 20 cents. And then there might be processing fees, obviously. So currently we think it's going to be 2% based on your value that you're actually withdrawing, but we're not really sure. But they've said that it should be between 100 Rand and maximum will be 600 Rand. So I've just kept it to 100 Rand for Zamani. So the total that he will actually receive, even though he's requested 5,000, he will only get 3,863 Rand and 20 cents into his bank account. Okay, cool. Let's move on to someone a bit more complex, Tando, who's 38. So Tando's general details are her pension balance on 1 September 2024 is 350,000 Rand. Her monthly pension contribution is 4,125, and her employer also matches this, so they'll also put 4,125 towards her pension. Her salary before tax is 55,000 Rand per month, and annually this is 660,000 Rand. The reason I keep saying annually is because this will help you when you're looking at your tax bracket, so you know what your annual salary is. Cool. Same as Zamani, Tando will have a 10% savings boost. So 10% of her opening balance would have been 35,000. However, this is limited to 30,000, so she will only get 30,000. So whatever's left of her accumulated funds minus the 30,000 that is put into her savings pot will be her vested pot, and this will continue to be taxed as per normal as if the two-pot system never kicked in. Okay, cool. So let's assume my girl Tando does not need this money, so she ignores it. So she gets her opening balance of 30,000 on 1 September, and she contributes her September contribution of 2,750. This is only for the savings pot, by the way, guys. So remember, I've got a calculation at the bottom there, which shows us that Tando's monthly contribution for retirement as a whole is 4,125. Her employer matches it, so they'll pay the same thing that she pays. So in total, she will get 8,250 into her retirement pot. Of this 8,000, a third of it will go to the savings pot. So a third of 8,250 is 2.7. So her December balance is 38,250. Come December time, let's assume that Tando decides she wants this money and she makes a withdrawal. So from the 38,250, if you remove the taxes at her gross marginal rate, so her taxes will be 14,225, the total that she will get before any transaction costs is only 24,024 Rand. Okay, again, we say fees, we're estimating 2%, but this is limited to 600 Rand. So I'm going to say 480 is what they'll charge her. So the total that Tando will actually receive is 23,544. But Tando actually has some outstanding SARS payments plus the penalties. So there was 1 year where Tando actually didn't pay all she owed, and now it's also gotten penalties. So before SARS pays her out, they'll take their money. So there's 2,150 that actually just goes away. So the actual amount that she receives in her bank account is 21,394 Rand, meaning that there's approximately 16,855 that was lost in taxes, fees, and outstanding SARS payments. And now just to give you the other side. So let's assume that their money was not withdrawn. If Zamani and Tando just let their money stay invested for 26 years until 2050, and we assume that this amount would have grown at a rate of 10% annually, Zamani's 5,000 Rand that he withdrew would actually have a value of 59,590 in the year 2050. Tando's amount, on the other hand, which was 38,250 that she withdrew, would have grown to be 455,870 in the year 2050. And actually in the year 2050, Tando will be at retirement age. So she could actually just get this money directly into her bank account because she would be of age. Cool. So just remember, guys, there's always a lot of opportunity costs that you need to think about when you're going to make these requests. And guys, I want to make this clear distinction that in reality, it's 3 pots. So all your contributions before the 31st of August 2024 will form a vested pot. This will continue to be taxed and used the same way that it has been used all these years. However, any contributions from the 1st of September 2024 onwards will then start falling into the savings pot and the retirement pot, and those 2 new pots will be taxed using the new laws. Okay, so your vested pots will be treated as per normal. And if you do want to access your funds and you're not sure, I would recommend that you check with your pension administrator. So everyone has different pension funds. It could be the GPF if you're a government employee, might be things like Old Mutual, Sanlam, Allan Gray. There's so many. If you're not sure, I'd recommend that you check your payslip because it might show you in the details who you actually pay your money to. Worst case scenario, just ask your HR personnel, ask them who you're actually paying towards, and then they should be able to help you. And if you're not paying towards any pension, remember that the 2-pot system will therefore not apply to you because you have not paid anything. Cool, I hope this helps. Disclaimer: the thought of being able to access some of your retirement savings may seem exciting. However, it's important to remember that withdrawing from your retirement savings plan now may mean you'll have less when you retire and that there are tax implications. For this reason, it is recommended that you speak to your financial advisor, if you have one, or ask your retirement policy providers to provide you with a detailed calculation showing you exactly how this will impact you so that you can make a well-informed decision. Remember, this is ideally only for emergencies and not just for fun. But since you're on this channel, I'd recommend that you hit subscribe because I can teach you ways to make and manage your current money better without having to access your retirement funds. And then lastly, things to consider before requesting a withdrawal. So number 1, if you owe taxes on any previous assessment, remember SARS will take their money before paying you out. 2, if you have outstanding assessments, basically you haven't filed your taxes in other years, SARS may reject your request to withdraw until you have finished these. However, I watched the SARS webinar and they did say that this is not too strict, so if you are struggling to submit your tax return, they will help you and they won't just reject it because you're struggling. 3, remember that I do have tax resources on my channel, so there's a whole playlist with how to file your taxes or why you didn't get a refund, because I know a lot of people ask this, so make sure you check those out just so you understand your tax affairs. And then lastly, please do not view this as a savings account. There's too much stress attached to this, and there are much better facilities that are available via investing or via a bank that you can use that will not have such tax implications. So please do make sure you check those out. I do also have an investing series on my channel, so make sure you check out that playlist to see if there's anything that appeals to you that will not actually penalize future you. Alright, now what? Okay, so if you're not in an emergency and you don't need to use these funds, relax, kick back, do nothing, okay? You do not have to touch this, you do not have to contact your provider, just relax, keep it moving, you're on the right track. When you retire, you will still get your 1/3 as a lump sum, and then 2/3 will be paid over time as an annuity or a small income when you're retired. If you're really desperate for this cash and have an emergency, please make sure that you do run your calculations. I will leave a link in my description box with an estimation calculator, which you can use to determine how much you'll actually get based on what you withdraw. And then lastly, I will always recommend that you ask as many questions as you want. So whenever you're dealing with your retirement providers, ask as many questions as you want. Remember that you are paying these people and they should be able to answer you until you understand. Do not be shy about your money. Alright, thank you so much guys. I am Nokuhle, and this has been my explainer video on the 2-part retirement system. I wish you all the best and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, please tip me with a like, comment and subscription.